Hey guys, and welcome back to Road to Regionals. I'm your host, Moonlight Swim, and today I'm bringing you guys another episode rocking our After You Sandstorm team with Stoutland, the After You user, Tyranitar, Entei, Torterra, and Salamence. Hopefully I remember to take a look and see what other Pokemon rock After You after this episode, but we come in at 14 and 13 at 15-23. We've had our ups and downs on the ladder, and this is our opportunity to try to get back on track. And if you can't tell, I just woke up to record this for you guys. It's about 9:15 in the morning, and I wanted to get one in as we find a 1488 rated opponent from Japan. And the team is a... I like it. It is a Sun team. I'm assuming that is not a Mega Venusaur. It could be. It could be a Mega Venusaur. Kangaskhan... Nah, it's not a Mega Venusaur. Kangaskhan generally is a Mega if it's brought on a team, but there's 4 potential Megas. Garchomp, Kangaskhan, Sylveon, Heliolisk, which is an awesome wild card to throw in, Venusaur, and Charizard. So, because of this matchup, what I'm most likely going to do is I'm definitely leading Stoutland because I can knock out Kangaskhan if it leads. I'm bringing Torterra in the back. There's no point for Credilli. And I think Salamence is in order here as a 4th. Yeah, I'd probably want to bring Salamence. At the same time, Credilli probably could take hits a little bit better. But... There's this Venusaur. I actually hit it back with Maricoat pretty hard. That's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Credilli and Torterra in the back. Not a lot of offensive... Man, I can't do that. That would be too weak. I have to bring Salamence in the back. But I'm definitely leading with Tyranitar and Stoutland. Torterra and Salamence. That way I can get the wide guard up against the Sylveon or against the Garchomp or the... if the Heliolisk wants to go for a Surf of some sort, or if the Charizard wants to go for a Heat Wave. So we have a lot of options with the wide guard, but if we can get an After You KO right off the bat, that'll be a really excellent thing. As Tyranitar leads with Stoutland, and the lead for my opponent is the Charizard and the Heliolisk. Wonderful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to expect the Charizard to protect first turn, and I'm going to Focus Punch the hell out of Heliolisk. That is the goal. Should knock it out, one hit. This will be preemptively striking the Heliolisk prior to the sun coming up. It's going to go for a Solar Beam, so unless it's sashed, we're in a really good spot. Generally, Charizards protect first turn to get the speed boost. If that does happen, however, then we're in a good spot. If not, we still move first, because Heliolisk, unless it protects, does not have any priority moves to my knowledge. So let's see what happens as the drought comes out. I'm still faster because the speed does not change for that current turn. Setting up my Focus Punch, and After You. Okay, so Heliolisk is not switching out. The Focus Punch comes out. The Charizard does not protect either, which is a bit scary, as the Heliolisk will go down directly to a Focus Punch, so we get rid of a potential big threat to the team. Goes for the Heat Wave. Straight off the bat, goes for the Heat Wave. I can deal with that. Stoutland doesn't deal with it very well. Okay. So Heliolisk is down. The Mega is the Charizard. And he showed Heat Wave. And the Venusaur comes out, so it's definitely a Chlorophyll Venusaur. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch Tyranitar out into my Torterra. And I'm going to protect with Stoutland. That's the goal. If he takes out Torterra in one hit, I can deal with that because then I can get the sand back up. Salamence deals with Venusaur very well. Goes for the Fire Pledge. Double... Oh, wow. Pledge team. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide, and I'm going to probably have to sack off my Stoutland here, unfortunately. I'm going to go for the return onto the Charizard, but not much else I can do. And actually, I'm going to probably return into the Venusaur. See if I can get that extra damage off. He goes for the Heat Wave. I should have just gone for a Wide Guard. That was a bad mistake. Torterra's actually going to go down to the Heat Wave, which means After You is now no longer effective at all. But it does actually give me a nice little opportunity to bring back in my Tyranitar to get rid of the Drought, and it lets me bring in Salamence. So I could have tried for the Double Protect with Stoutland, but you know, it's whatever. This will nullify the Heat again, nullify the Drought, and we can actually fire off a Rock Slide and a... I might actually Protect with Tyranitar this turn. I think that's the best play. I'm going to go for a Mega Evolved Hyper Voice. We'll see how much damage this does. In the sand, I have a feeling that it could definitely put Venusaur into KO range. I just don't want to take an unnecessary Giga Drain for Tyranitar this turn. Salamence will be faster than everything on the field, either this turn or next turn, but it will be one or the other. So we'll see what happens. He's gonna no Protect from him, which is fine. I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice, goes for the Fire Pledge into the Tyranitar? No, into the Salamence. Double Pledge into Salamence. Jesus. What the I don't even know what that does, but the Venusaur takes it not well at all, which is good. I don't know what that Sea of Fire does, but that's terrifying. I can go for the Rock Slide this turn. Huh. I don't know why I'm getting hurt by a Sea of Fire if I'm flying, but that's regardless. Tyranitar's taking damage too. That's really interesting. I haven't faced a Pledge team ever, so this is really cool. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide, and I'm going to go for the... go for the Hyper Voice again. This will take out the Venusaur, or he switches it out. Okay. I probably should have targeted the Charizard, but this should do good damage to the Garchomp too. Hyper Voice comes out. Garchomp does not take that well. Goes for the Heat Wave in the sand, special defense boost. I'm going to take that pretty well as long as I don't get burned. Critical hit on Tyranitar. The Rock Slide comes out and he avoids the attack. That's not good at all. That puts us in a bad spot, clearly. Sea of Fire actually won't kill us this turn, but it'll kill us next turn. So we're actually going to... We actually probably will lose this battle. Actually, yeah, it's a guarantee. We just lost. Wow, that Sea of Fire really was just unexpected. Hyper Voice is going to come out. If I can KO Garchomp, we have a small chance, but I don't think we do. The Pledges really came up clutch. I did not expect that at all. Goes for the Protect now. The Charizard will go down, but if that Sea of Fire dissipates, which I don't know if it does, then we have a chance. No, we don't. No, we don't have a chance. Sally's done. Alright, so that was the battle. It was a quicker one today for the first battle because I had no idea. I made a misplay not going for a Wide Guard, even though I don't know how much it would have mattered. The Sludge Bomb probably was going to target down the... Actually, probably would have targeted down the Torterra. So I could have actually gone for a Wide Guard and gotten an attack off, which would have helped us a lot. You live and you learn. But that's the first battle. And we are... Actually, you know what? I have to save that. The Pledges are awesome. The Sea of Fire is really cool. So we are at 14 and 14, which is unfortunate. We're back down to 500. We need to get a win here. I'm not settling for less than 500. I don't want to be under that mark again. And we're at rating 1506, so obviously I'm going to probably rock this team for a few more episodes, and then we're going to probably switch things up towards a more conventional team that I find, but I thought this would be a cool thing to showcase for you guys. An After You team is definitely not something common, but it's a lot of fun, as this is a rather unconventional team as well. Alright, so we see Lucario, which is the Mega. Mega Lucario, Thundurus, not Thundurus, Landorus. We see a Togekiss, a Lapras, which is really interesting, Bisharp, Talonflame. That's everybody. Okay. First order of business is I'm probably going to lead with Entei. Entei and Salamence probably is the best lead. He sees fire on the team, but he sees a lot of ground weakness. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna bring. I could bring Credilli, honestly. Torterra might even be better. Torterra for the Landers would be pretty helpful. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Entei, Torterra lead. And I'm going to bring Stoutland and Tyranitar for the back. Yeah. Tyranitar is important. And I think that's probably the best play. You get Entei going. See if we can wide guard out some Landorus attacks and go from there. Lapras Bisharp. Perfectly. That is absolutely perfect for me. What I can do here is I can protect and go for an attack, or I can go for a Wood Hammer and go for the attack on the Bisharp. I'm going for the Sacred Fire onto the Bisharp slot, without a doubt. I'm going to go for a... Look at the rest of the team. I think a Rock Slide's in order. Go for the Sacred Fire onto the Bisharp. That is going to connect. If I get the burn, that thing is done. Oh, it's toast anyway. It has a Focus Sash. If I get the burn, I'd really be happy. Don't get the burn! Wow! Entei takes a chunk of damage from the knockoff, and he goes for a Freeze Dry onto the Torterra. The Yachi Berry cracks, which means I'm going to survive that with ease. And I go for the Rock Slide, which if it connects with both Pokemon, as it does, will take out the Bisharp, and it'll do decent damage to Lapras, actually. So that's a good start. We take out the Bisharp, which is obviously a problem to the team. Depends on what's in the back. I think that's probably... It's Landorus, then... We'll say it's a Togekiss. Interesting. I'm actually going to go for the... I'm going to go for the Sacred Fire onto the Lapras, and I'm going to go for the... I could go again for the Rock Slide, but I think that Freeze Dry is going to come out again, and I'd rather have Stoutland take it. Entei's probably going to go down in a turn or two, so I can always protect out and then just get my Tyranitar up and do damage that way. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to save Torterra for later. I'm going to Sacred Fire into the Lapras slot. If the Togekiss does go for a Follow Me, it does not. The Lapras gets hit by this Sacred Fire. It's going to do good damage to it. The Heat Wave comes out from the Togekiss. Okay. Did not see that coming. And he goes for a Brine onto the Entei. So Entei's actually going to go down this turn. That was extremely surprising. That actually... I don't know if I trust that I can take out this Lapras in one hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch into Tyranitar, I'm going to protect, and I'm going to return the Lapras. After that, I can go for a Rock Slide of sorts and do massive damage to the Togekiss. But that was really interesting. I did not see that coming. I'm going to definitely protect. I'm going to return into the Lapras. we'll see what this does, as it's really cool not rocking a Mega Tyranitar. The return into the Lapras is enough to take it out. Perfect. So that's 2 Pokemon down for my opponent. The Togekiss goes for a Dazzling Gleam. Okay, so this is a spread attacker if I've ever seen one. Stoutland takes that easily. And we're still above half health, which means we're going to get at least 1 after you move off. Unless I get targeted down by, say, the Talonflame, if that is the last Pokemon. Lucario. Okay, Lucario comes out. I'm going to go for a Focus Punch onto Lucario. I think that's probably a safer play. I don't love it, but Torterra in the back. It's the only play I have at the moment, unfortunately. It is Mega Lucario. If it goes for a Mach Punch, which is possible, or a... yeah, that's gonna be bad. Let's see, does it go for it? Goes for the Follow Me. Good play. Okay, so I'm going to... Oh, what? Wait, what? Excuse me. What? Why was that... What? Well, first off, it's a special attacking one, which is okay. But I'm confused as to what just happened. Goes for the Protect, that's fine. The Togekiss is going to take some good damage from this Rock Slide. I'm really confused as why that just happened, but Togekiss is going to take a Rock Slide in the sand. It's going to do great damage to it. Dazzling Gleam is going to come out. It's going to KO the Tyranitar. It's not KO the Togekiss, the Stoutland. So we're now at an impasse where I have to double target down the Lucario, and it's not going to be pretty. Actually, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to target the Togekiss, and then I'm going to have to Earthquake and hope for the best. That's all I can do. I'm going to return the Togekiss, should take it out, as it does, and the Earthquake will come out, and we'll see what he targets. He targets down the Torterra with the Flash Cannon. Wow, could not take that in the sand. So that's game. Really don't have anything I can deal with Mega Lucario now, and that's it. I don't understand why after you failed, but that's very frustrating. Goes to the Vacuum Wave. Should have used that before, honestly. But either way, that's the battle. So we do fall 0-2 on today. I'm very surprised as to after you failing because, well, I was faster than Lucario, but it didn't matter apparently. I don't get that. I don't know what just happened, but either way, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be seeing you guys later. Talking to you guys later. Peace, I'm out.